Franklin, what do you want?
I want to marry V, have this baby. I want the life I was so close to having I could taste it, till they ripped it away.
You were supposed to be out.
I built an empire, starting back at zero. That ain't gonna happen. We know exactly who we dealing with.
If you won't give back what you stole,
It's gonna get real bad for you.
Swallow your pride and make peace with your family. Because this isn't good for anyone.
Told you the gloves had to come off.
Franklin is going to war. He's trying to bring this entire operation crashing down.
What exactly do you need?
Proof. The CIA has been selling cocaine in the United States.
Even after all of this, you want to think America still cares about you. It ever occur to you this is exactly what they want? For us to wipe each other out?
My back is against the wall. What happens next determines the course of the rest of our lives. This is about survival.
do it. End this shit right now.
What up, what up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Modi J and we are locked in. Today is the day. Season 6 of Snowfall, it finally airs. Now, I don't know exactly where they're going to start us off at, but hopefully they start us off into the action. We hit the ground running because we need to figure out how the hell to get Franklin out of this thing alive. Now, I personally don't think he's going to make it out of Season 6, but if he does, that's going to be even better. But before we jump into this and try to give a prediction of what the hell is going to happen in the first episode, if you like Snowfall content, breakdowns, theories, and predictions like this, hit your subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Make sure you hit that like button and follow me on Instagram right here. Now, Franklin Saint, he has 70 million reasons why he needs to get even with Teddy and Louie, and I'm thinking episode 1, we're going to see it. Because when you're that angry and you lost that much money, yeah, there's no stopping you. There's no end in sight until you can get at least a couple of M's back. And as you can see, Franklin has 70 million reasons to get at Teddy. We just need a couple $100. The lights went off over here.
FX is Snowfall.
Now, I'm not sure how they're going to start off this episode when the season comes back on tonight, but we do know that we're getting episode 1 and 2. And from what I've seen, it says Franklin is fighting to keep his business afloat, and Jerome and Louie plan to strike back at him. And the reason they're trying to strike back at Franklin is because he already told them to do one thing. Louie went and did another thing. They're behind his back, working directly with Teddy, getting the bricks. Our boy Franklin is no longer getting any word from Teddy. So that's a big issue there. Also, we know that Teddy froze his assets. His bank accounts with more than $70 million are gone. So right now, Franklin, we know he talked to Kane and he put it in Kane's head that Louie was the one to do the shooting. So with Louie and Jerome trying to strike back, Franklin is also out here trying to make moves where he can counter anything that they may potentially do to try to harm him. So we don't really know who's in this corner. Him and Leon, they weren't seeing eye to eye towards the end of season 5, but they still had that brotherly bond. So maybe he can get with Leon, but I don't know how Leon's going to feel if he knows that our boy Franklin went and told Kane everything that was going on. So right now is really a dark place for our boy Franklin, because Veronique, she says that she wants him to get out the game. They were supposed to leave a long time ago, but once the money got taken, all of that came to an halt. And now here we are, Franklin in season 6 with the decision that he's going to have to make. Is it family or is it strictly business and I got to worry about me and mine? We still all have our questions about Veronique. We don't know too much about her mom. We know that she had a troubled past. Her mom went off. They went overseas. Her mom seems like she's well connected. Veronique, I can tell that she's bossed up and it's looking like we can trust her a little bit more. Now, I don't want to go ahead and say we trust her 1,000% because we still have certain issues that weren't handled from season 5 when we first met Veronique. And for me, I'm still going to stand on that. And from a distance, let me know what you think about Veronique. But I think really she's going to be level-headed and be sure to tell Franklin, hey, remember, we have a baby. Remember, you need to protect us. Remember, it's not all about money. They still have money to move around. It's just they don't have that large lump sum to get out of the game. So Veronique, she's going to be there right by Franklin. I hope we don't see her change up on him. I hope we can trust her. But you know how it is, man. This is the dope game. You can't really trust anybody. So we might need to step back a little bit from her, but make sure that she's taken care of, that she won't double cross us in the long run. Good old Teddy. Now you see Teddy has that Kansas City hat on, so I got a little bit of respect for him. But right now, the way Teddy is moving, the door is closing on him also. Him and Gustavo is starting to shrink a little bit. He X'd out Franklin. Franklin is the one that actually put Teddy on the map when it came to moving work in LA. Now he's walking around with a bulletproof vest on because he's in the dope game, and he's technically not supposed to be in the dope game, if that makes sense. Well, he's the one putting all the work in the streets, and right now Teddy has money frozen, and he knows that Franklin is not just going to give up like that. After years of working with him, he knows Franklin is going to try to get this money back. So that's one reason he has the vest on. But we also know that Cissy, she worked with him a little bit, but we know that she's going behind Teddy's back to try to set him up to save her son, Franklin. So it's looking like this season, everyone's going to have to look over their shoulders because everyone is trying to get even. I think the main objective for Cissy going into this season, and we're going to see it early in the season, Franklin, I need you to give me information on Teddy. The KGB, they trying to get him up out of here. And if you can get me some information, we can do that, and we can make sure that everything that you're doing is overlooked. Basically, she wants him to snitch on Teddy. Now, Franklin ain't really about that telling life, but when you're $70-something million in the hole because someone stole it from you, it might make you change your mind on a few things. Now, will Franklin tell? I don't know. I think with this whole ordeal going down with Teddy, Franklin is going to want to handle this himself. Plus, he doesn't want to turn Teddy in or kill Teddy until he can get his hands back on at least half of the money, even a fourth of the money. So Teddy is still going to have to be alive as long as everything's frozen, because most of these government agencies, they don't know what Teddy is doing behind the scenes. He's pulling these strings on his own. So for Cissy to try to tell Franklin to tell on Teddy, I don't know if he's going to go through with it. Because come on, are you guys telling on someone that stole $70 million from you when you haven't got a penny back? My point exactly. Now, Leon, we know he's in his own world right now. It's whether he cops from Franklin or Louie, he has to cop from somebody. He's been holding the projects down. We know he's been talking about going to Africa with Wanda. Now, Wanda, she's been on that stuff, but he doesn't care. This is love. He wants to get her out of here. He wants to start fresh. Now, it looks like it's going to be a lot of drama in the projects. Y'all remember the old cop that used to come terrorize the projects? Well, Leon ain't letting up. They coming after Leon. He told you straight up he's going to go back at him. He's not backing down. So hopefully he does make it to Africa. I don't think he's going to stay in Africa. He might take a trip and come back. But I think that's definitely going to open up his eyes on, man, the world is bigger than just being here in LA and slinging dope. And him and Franklin, I want to see these two squash any differences that they have, even if they just go their separate ways. I don't want it to be any bad blood between the two, but looking at this, it looks like Franklin and Leon, they might end up having to come to blows. We never know, man. This is Snowfall. This is the final season. We got high expectations. Jumping right out the gate, Jerome, I think we're going to see a lot of him thinking about what should be done. Is it right to go with my wife? Or should I listen to what my nephew's been saying, the one that actually gave us an opportunity to be these big drug dealers, and my sister? So Jerome, he's going to be pulled between the two because we know the love that he has for Louie. We also know the love that he has for Franklin. He was the one that looked out for Franklin in the beginning. Louie helped Franklin out, but Louie wants to do her own thing. You remember expanding down to Arkansas with Louie's plan, and Jerome went along with it because that's his wife. And then he also told Louie that she was wrong for all of that when they had the little debate at the gas station with Franklin. So for Jerome, it's going to be tough for him. You're getting pulled two different ways, but you want to make sure that everyone is happy. And I can see him really opening up to Franklin and telling him, I apologize for what we done, but I don't know, man. For some reason, it seems like he's just going to go along with Louie. But then again, the way Louie is moving, it looks like she's moving very reckless. And we see that because there's surveillance. Now, I don't think that this is in the first episode. It might be in the first episode. Matter of fact, it should be in the first episode, because if they've been working with Teddy, it's already time to re-up. And you know Gustavo, he's loyal. Teddy looked out for him. Does he really trust Teddy? Not necessarily. But he's going to do what he's told because he's trying to make a better life for himself. Louie, she's trying to get that work. I don't think she's ready to expand at the rate that she is, but she's here now, and you already heard what I said about Jerome. So he's going to have to decide, am I going to work with Louie, or am I going to step out and look at this and try to reconsider my options? But we going to find out, because we see them in the shootout right after I said all of that about Jerome wanting to make sure that his nephew is good. I really don't know what's going on with Louie. I don't know if it's a power trip, the power that went to her head, but whatever it is, she's really out here trying to make it happen. And Jerome is right there by her. Hopefully Jerome don't get killed in this, but then again, you never know in Snowfall. And Jerome is starting to look like a weak link. They got guns now. They not squabbling no more. No more squabbles. All right, let me know what you think about the episodes that are about to air, episode 1 and 2. You know we definitely going to go live and talk about them. I'm excited about the season. We have high expectations. Let me know who you think isn't going to make it, who is going to make it. Is Franklin ever going to get that money back? Snowfall season 6, y'all. It's time. We are here. I'm Mo.J. If you like this content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm out.